Alright, welcome back everyone. My name is Pratesh here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you guys another video. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my thoughts about the recent dip that we just had. Also, we're going to be taking a look at a few different data science models. So there's a website called Look Into Bitcoin, and this is going to be a very valuable tool for those of you who are interested in investing into Bitcoin. So guys, if you do enjoy today's video and if you find some value in this type of content, be sure to drop a like for me. It's a small thing that you can do. It lets me know that you enjoy these types of videos. And if you are new to the channel, I welcome you guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's a small thing that you can do to stay informed and stay up to date. I post cryptocurrency content like this as often as I can, and I want to bring you guys along with the journey. So to get into today's video, what we're taking a look at here today, I've got CoinGecko.com pulled up. And this is just a overview of the market. We did have a little bit of a dip today. We saw the Bitcoin price get rejected at around about 9.2K, where we can see that, quite a few sellers came into the space, and we had quite a bunch of price action, a lot of volatility happening now. And Bitcoin is actually resting on support at around about 8.6, 8.7. We'll see whether or not we can hold this level or not, and if not, I would expect to see the price go down to test maybe closer to around 8.2 to 7.8K. But if we are able to hold this level, I would expect to see some type of consolidation before our next move higher, going towards testing 9K another time. But for the most part, I would have to say that this is expected. I would say that this is probably something very healthy with the overall market. As you can see on the 7-day time frame, most of these projects, a lot of these top 10 plays are up double digits over the course of a week. So very healthy to see that we're correcting a little bit. It's nothing that we haven't already seen before with cryptocurrencies. So yeah, in terms of the overall trend, this is very healthy to see. I'm actually glad, because this is a great opportunity for those of you who are finishing up accumulating. I know a lot of people are trying to get their whole Bitcoin before Bitcoin hits 10K, right? We're still under 10K Bitcoin, so it's an incredible time to be involved in the space. But anyway, to get into what I want to talk about in this video, there's a website called Look Into Bitcoin. And I came across this website by watching a video from DataDash. If you guys haven't checked out DataDash, go ahead and check him out. His name is Nicholas Merton. He's an amazing guy. He's a young guy, talking about cryptocurrency, macroeconomics, finance. I've learned so much from him. It's amazing to see how much he has experienced by being in crypto and how much knowledge that he has to share. But what I've got pulled up for you here, this video is going to pertain to those of you investors out there. This channel is actually going to be focused mainly on psychology of investing in cryptocurrencies, namely because it's such a new asset class. And most of the people who are invested in this space are millennials. We're a younger demographic. And, I'll tell you what, a problem that I see a lot with younger people, and I guess this doesn't necessarily rule out just millennials, but even when you're talking about just younger people in general, like forget millennials, that's just a label. But when you talk about young people, there's this notion of instant gratification, right? Young people are not centered on investing and saving for the future and doing things that are going to help you later on down the road when you get older. And I think that Bitcoin in itself is something revolutionary, because it's not only the hardest form of money that we've ever seen, but it's actually a way for you to take back what has been stolen from you in the form of inflation by central bank monetary policy. And it's a way for you to keep that power, keep that hard-earned labor that you've worked so hard for, and give that to yourself and your future generations. So Bitcoin in itself, it's not just cryptocurrency, this magical internet money, right? Hey, woo! But it's a claim on your freedom. It is a way for you to take back what has been stolen from you by inflation. So I'm in this space because I want a better future for myself and my family. I know a lot of you guys are younger. You guys are, a lot of people who watch my videos. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching these videos. But, to put it frankly, we're a younger generation. We've experienced less in life. I know that for me personally, I've only been working for a few years, like maybe 5-6 years. And I'm already at a point where it's like, you know what? I want to do what I want to do. And that's why I've started this YouTube channel. I started this YouTube channel because I'm so passionate about cryptocurrencies. I want to share with you guys. I want to tell you guys what I've learned, and I want to be along with the journey that you guys are going on. So anyway, I went off a little bit on a tangent there. I digress. But this website has been one of the most valuable tools that I've come across throughout my journey. And it's a tool that allows you to see different data science models where you can kind of gauge whether or not the price of Bitcoin is at a point where we're overextended to the upside or overextended to the downside. And you guys know that we are such early investors that this space is going to be extremely volatile. And that's exactly what we can see with the move like we had today, where the price was down 6-7%. Guys, that's normal with cryptocurrencies. The price going up is what we expect, but the price going down is what we have to be ready for. So that's what I wanted to kind of go over with this video. This chart right here, I feel like does a good job of highlighting the peaks and troughs. What we can see here is that this is a price chart of Bitcoin for its entire lifespan since it's been traded. And this is roughly 10 years where we can see here. So we're going back all the way from 2010. And to where we are here in 2020, we can see that the green indicates where there's a lot of pessimism, there's a lot of FUD, there's a lot of people who are capitulating, and we can see the red where people are over exuberant, there's euphoria, and people are just overly optimistic. So what we're trying to do as cryptocurrency investors is, if you want to hodl, that's great. Like I get it if you want to hodl, because in the long term, you're going to do very well. But for those of you who are interested in going just a little bit further and just learning about how this market moves and the cycles that we're going to go on, you can make a killing. You're going to be able to change your life. Give yourself 5, maybe 10 years, and you will see that if you can stay the course, you will need to keep your sanity, do what you got to do in order to keep your sanity. But if you can give yourself 10 years, you might just change your life. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I want to make sure that you guys are along here with me. So that's essentially what this website has. I wanted to kind of go over some of the different things that I'm looking at here. So on this website, if you click on the Learning tab, you can get an idea of what this website's about, where you can find different sources of information. And if you click on charts right here, this is where you can find all the data science models. My favorite, I know Data Dash talks a lot about the Bitcoin investor tool, the stock to flow model. There is a lot of different tools that you can use, and it comes down to what you feel most comfortable with and what you're able to most easily understand. For me personally, that's going to be this Bitcoin investor tool, the 2-year moving average multiplier. This, for me, puts it as plainly as you can get. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I don't want to involve any more technicals than I have to already. What we can see here from this price chart, we've got the entire history of Bitcoin from 2011 up until 2020, and we can see the 2-year moving average being plotted along the price chart for Bitcoin. So this is the price, and this line right here is a smooth average of the 2-year moving average. And the red line right here is the 2-year moving average multiplied by 5. So we're talking multiples here. That's what it is. It's a numbers game. It's math. And what I'm trying to show you here is that when the price crossed below this 2-year moving average, we were in this green shaded area. As an investor, and tell me what you guys think about this. Like, what's something that you're going to be looking at? Because I remember when we were here, when Bitcoin broke this line, we were at 3K. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of fear. Guys, I'll tell you what, as an investor, you guys have probably heard of Warren Buffett. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. That is exactly what I'm trying to do, and that's exactly what I feel like this price chart highlights. So when people are fearful, when there's FUD, when there's people who are saying Bitcoin's going to zero, and don't get me wrong, this didn't happen just once. It happened twice, but 3 times, right? So we have a few bits of data to go off of based on Bitcoin's price history. But when people are capitulating, when they're fearful, when they're saying Bitcoin's going to zero, I'm buying. I'm going to be a buyer. And that's going to happen for the next cycle, not just this cycle, which we've seen, just in this short period of time here. If you were a buyer at these levels, check it out. It may not have been for very long, and it may not have been by a very large amount, but the price was below this 2-year moving average. If you were buying at this level, congratulations, because you're currently in profit. And that's what we're trying to do, guys. We're investors in the space for the long term. If you're interested in day trading, there are a lot of channels that talk about day trading and how you can profit from the day-to-day moves. But I'll tell you what, I enjoy sleeping at night. I enjoy my sanity. And for those of you out there who are interested in holding Bitcoin for the long term, thinking that it is going to be an avenue for you to generate wealth over time, this is for you. So if you're buying at these levels, congratulations. But let's go back here. So what I wanted to do, whoops, hold on, wrong one. Let's go back. Bear with me, guys. Okay, so we're back and taking a look at the price chart here. So when we were in this green shaded area, that is when you would want to buy. Now it's going to be tough. You got to go against the grain. Being a contrarian definitely pays off. And when we're over this 5-year, 2-year moving average, you're going to want to sell. You're going to consider taking some profits. Guys, it's going to be very hard to time the top. It's going to be very, very difficult to do that. Just come to terms with the fact that you're never going to time the top and you're never going to time the bottom. And that's okay. That's part of the game. We are here for the bigger cycles. We want to catch the meat and potatoes of the move. We're here for the longer term. So anywhere from here, right, in the current cycle, we were at 9.8K all the way up until 20K. So it's a big move. It's a big move, but you got to look at it from a time perspective. I mean, when these things run, they run hard and fast, and they can get very overextended, which is where we were. I mean, we were at 9, 10 when we crossed this level, and then we went all the way up to 20. So it's a 2x from that point, going from 10 to 20. But anywhere in this red area, you would have been fine if you were to consider what we experienced back in 2018. So that is a little bit about what this type of chart has in store for those of you who are interested in using it as an investor tool. We've got other types of data science models here, the 200-week moving average, the MVRV Z-score. There's a lot of different things that you guys can use, the stock to flow model. And one thing I wanted to put into perspective with you guys while we're here talking about that is the Bitcoin halving. So the Bitcoin halving is going to be coming up here. We're looking at, let's see, Bitcoin halving. I believe it is going to be within the next few months. Yep, 113 days until the next Bitcoin halving. Guys, that's not a lot of time. It's really not a lot of time. People are going to want to accumulate that one whole Bitcoin. It's a psychological thing. And that's one thing also I did want to mention. As humans, we tend to deal a lot with big even numbers. Bitcoin being at topping out at around 20K, that's a psychological number. Bitcoin being under 10K, that's a psychological number. Once we cross 10K, you can expect the FOMO really starting to kick in. So that's another thing I just want to leave you guys here with on this video is that think about big even numbers and consider selling once we get past that 2-year 5x multiple moving average. So anyway, guys, I feel like this video I did a lot of rambling, but hey, that's what it is. I'm just here to bring you guys some information, and if I can provide some value too, then I've done my job. So anyway, guys, I do hope you find some value from this video. And again, if you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop a like for me. And if you do want to start a conversation, go ahead and drop a comments down in the section below. All right, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Until the next video, take care.